Evening all. You join me on yet another silly idea of mine, and this is to try and get to Warnscale Bothy in the Lake District. It's right near Buttermere. Why is it a silly idea? Well, I'm very unfit, and judging by the look of the terrain and the maps and stuff that I've looked at, it's pretty steep. But kind of made the decision. I'm here. I've got the time. Do you know what? If I don't make it up to the top, so what? What does it matter? All that matters is being out in the landscape, having a look around. I've never been here before. I've been to Buttermere before, which is over there, but I've never been up this bit before. And so far, alright, I've only been doing it for 10 minutes, but so far it's relatively gentle and it's relatively straightforward. So, yeah, at the minute, very, very nice. If you just look behind me, and that's what I'm going to see from the top, there or thereabouts. There's Buttermere out in the distance with clouds rolling over the hills. Now I'm taking a little bit of a risk because the forecast is actually not very good. In fact, the forecast for this evening is horrible. 60% chance of rain, literally right the way through and into the night. But so far, it's actually been alright. In the car, driving over here from Keswick, I went through several areas of rain. Sorry, I can't look at the camera and look at the path, and it's a wee bit uneven. I went through several areas of rain, some of them quite torrential. But so far, the sun is out up above me. But by the time I get a little bit further up the hillside, the sun that's over there, that will have dropped behind the fell, and then hopefully all this moody cloud will just get moodier, and hopefully maybe even a bit of a rain shower over in that direction. That would be pretty smart. So this is yet another exploration of a new location. I've seen plenty of pictures of it on social media, other photographers. I've even seen YouTube videos of people doing this walk, and obviously not doing the whole walk, but just doing little stages and talking to camera and how's it going and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's all looking very nice. Fingers crossed it stays that way. Right, I'm going to concentrate on the walk now. across the watercourse, and I think from now on it's just upwards. From now on it gets tough. I'm kind of looking at that slope and thinking, whose dumb idea was this? Right, onwards. I think it would be very, very easy to be distracted by these waterfalls behind me. I'm not going to though. Principally because I want to get to the Bothy. That's my mission today, not to shoot waterfalls, but to get to the Bothy. What's the plan that's rolling through in my head is I can see the bright conditions that I had at the start of this walk. They're starting to fade away, and I'm starting to get some quite mean and ugly clouds, which is good, because if I could get those across the scene in the distance, that'd be perfect. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up to the Bothy, do that, be satisfied that I've done that justice, then come back down. If I have time, I'll come and have a look at these waterfalls behind me. But good lesson in temptation. It'd be very easy, I think, to spend an hour mucking around in those falls behind me and then have to really rush to get up to the top to make the most of any weather. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick to my original plan. So, onwards. Whose silly idea was this? Oh, I'll lose this coat. I think I might have to. It's just too hot. And I've still got a fair old height to climb. The coat is coming off. Hello. So I've made it to the Bothy, which I'm really chuffed about. I really was starting to get quite worried that I wouldn't find it. I'd been told, or I'd read, I should say, that it's very well concealed, and indeed it is. You'll notice I'm now wrapped up nice and warm. Now the sun has dropped behind Buttermere Fell. It's actually, the temperature's dropped quite significantly, and it's now quite chilly, so I'm wrapped up. I've got my hat on, my woolly gloves on, just trying to stay warm. The mood and drama that was in the sky when I started has actually melted away, and there looks to be quite a bit of high level cloud around. So I've made the decision I'm going to wait and see what sunset brings, and sunset is about an hour. I'm situated above the Bothy. I'm talking quietly, and being posed the way I am. There's two climbers that have arrived there, staying in the Bothy overnight. Very nice chaps. They offered me a beer, which was very sweet of them. But I'm afraid I've not got over the camera shy ness of talking to a camera whilst there's other people around. So I'm set up above the Bothy and I'm just talking quietly. So hopefully I'll get the opportunity to talk you through my setup when I get started. So I'm literally just waiting for the sun to go down and the sky to colour up. So the sky is starting to colour up. Oh, sorry, the wind is really picking up now. The sky is starting to colour up, really nice. I've got a nice simple setup. The camera in portrait mode, because I've got two fells left and right, and this time of day they're just going to be dark blobs. So I'm concentrating on the Bothy, the watercourse going out into Buttermere, and then the sky up above it. To control the sky, I've got a simple grey grad just pulled down over the sky. That's a 1.2, which is a 4-stop medium soft grad. That's just to hold the sky back. And now it's just a case of waiting for that moment. In terms of other technical information, I'm focusing on the Bothy because that's the largest and most distinguishable object in the scene, and then using f8. F8 on a micro four thirds camera is more than enough for front to back sharpness, and everything that's in the distance is indistinct and misty, so if it's slightly soft, really you're not going to notice, but you are going to notice if that Bothy isn't sharp. So yeah, now it's a case of wait and see, wait for that fantastic moment to arrive. It's absolutely bloody freezing up here. I just hope it arrives soon, but I know that if I pack up and go, the sky will light up, and having taken nearly 2 hours to get up here, there is no way I'm missing out on a super sky, even though I know I've got to scrabble down in the dark by the light of my head torch. But hey, that's the price you pay. The promise of sunset colour just didn't really happen, unfortunately. There was a layer, I think, of medium cloud straight in front of me, and that just snuffed it out. There's a hint of it over there, but because I've got this layer of cloud in front of me, in front of my scene I should say, it's not come through, which is a real shame, because I think otherwise it could have been absolutely spectacular. But there we go, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I did shoot off a few frames. I'm thinking maybe I'll try them in black and white and see how they come out. I keep looking in that direction because there's a blob of pink over there and it's getting on my nerves. But I also tried some pinhole. I'm trying to use up the film in my pinhole camera. So I did one exposure, 4 minutes. I don't know, when I get the film developed I'll find out whether it's worked or not. But it's worth coming up here because, if anything, I now know where the bothy is. As I go back down, I'm working out what path I should have taken first time round, because I actually got quite significantly lost on the way up. But now I've got a much better idea of the path I should have taken. I'm just making a mental note of it up here. So when I come back up, not if, I will know exactly what I need to do. It's worth noting, I do little, I call them idiot cards. In fact, I've got the idiot card for Warnscale in my pocket. Hang on. So here's my idiot card for Warnscale. It's a copy and paste of a section of the Ordnance Survey map. It's got car park, where the car park's located, postcode, grid coordinates. It's also got sunrise and sunset times. It's got sunrise and sunset direction, but it's also a place where I can hold notes. So when I visit a location, I always make some notes about what it was like, how steep it was, etc, etc, and that all goes on that card. So at least next time round, on that card I'll have marked which path I need to take. I'll also have written down how long it took me. I'll have written down how steep it was, etc, etc. So if I do come here again, I know immediately up front what it is I'm letting myself in for. Yeah, there we go. So I'm on my way back down. It's I've still got a little bit of daylight, so I'm doing as much as I can whilst it's daylight. If I can just do the steep bits, or the steep rocky bits, that would be great, because I don't really want to have to do those with a head torch. Excuse me a minute, let me find a steady bit. So that's it from Warnscale Bothy. My first visit to Warnscale Bothy. Like I say, I am absolutely thrilled that I actually found it, because I had heard that it was very well concealed, and all the time that I've spent, excuse me, looking at images of it meant that when I did find it, or I think I saw the chimney first, when I saw that, that was it, bang, I knew I'd found it. It's a lot farther up than I thought it was, actually, but hey, there we go. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found maybe not the photography part of this video interesting, but just the getting up here and the thoughts that I've shared as I went up. I'm not going to have time to do the waterfalls. I'm here for another 2 days and the forecast is not very good, so I'm kind of thinking, do you know what, I might come back and do those waterfalls when it's pouring with rain, because then it won't matter, will it? Do some more pinhole as well, because it definitely won't matter with a pinhole camera. Thank you very much for watching. Please do click the subscribe and bell button, at least then you'll get notified when new content is added. Sorry, the wind has just picked up. I'm trying to upload once a month. I'm afraid I don't create content enough to be able to do it more than once a month, but if you subscribe and bell button, then you at least see when content's added. It'll be on or around the 22nd of the month. So from Warnscale Bothy, this is cheerio, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers folks.